Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I'd like to read a book which is written in Arabic. It's called Kitab, and I'll give the translation in English. Why I read this Kitab and translate it into English? It's not because I want to teach Kitab or English to viewers, no, but actually I want to practice in reading Kitab and my English speaking as well. So if I make some mistakes in this video, I will be grateful if I get critics from the viewers, and it's okay if you want to write your comment below. Today I'd like to read a kitab named Fathul Qorib. Yeah, this is the cover of the kitab. This kitab is written by Imam Ahmad bin Hussein, who is popular as Abi Suja. And this kitab is actually sarah of Kitab Taqrib, which is written by Sheikh Muhammad bin Qasim Al-Ghazi. Syarah means more or further explanation of the previous kitab. Alright, before I start reading, let's send Surah Al-Fatihah for Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and both the authors of this kitab, so that we can get useful knowledge and barakah. Ila hadratin Nabi Mustafa Sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in wa ila musannifu hadhil kitab Imam Ahmad bin Hussein wa Imam Muhammad bin Qasim Al-Ghazi. Syai'ul lillahi lahumul fatihah. Alright, let's start the reading from the first part of this kitab, which is Kitab THOHAROH. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Kitab THOHAROH, kitab about the rules of Thaharoh. Wal kitabu lughatan masdarun bima'na dhammi wal jam'i. Al kitabu literally is a masdar, which means gathering and collecting. Alright, masdar in English is just like gerund. Wastilahan ismun li jinsin minal ahkami, and in terms it is the name of a type of rules. Wa ammal babu fa ismun li naw'in mimma dakhala tahta dhalikal jinsi, and bab is the name of a part that is included in the type. Wa taharatu bi fathi ta'i lughatan an-nadhafatu, and at-taharah with harakah fathah at huruf ta literally means clean. Wa amma syar'an fa fiha tafasiru kathiratun. In terms, according to Syara, it has several definitions. Minha qawluhum, one of them is the opinion of ulama, fi'lun ma tustabahu bihi sholatu ay min wudu'in wa ghuslin wa tayammumin wa izalati najasatin. Taharah is an action that makes sholat allowed, which are wudu, ghusl, tayammum, and removing najis. Amma tuharatu bid-dhammi fa ismun li baqiyatil ma'i. And then tuharoh with dhammah at huruf ta means the name of the remaining water. Walamma kana al-ma'u alatan lit-taharati istatrada al-musannifu li anwa'il miyahi. And because of water is used for taharah, so the author, or in Arabic it's called the musannif of this kitab, explained the kinds of the water. Al-miyahu allati yajuzu ay yasihhu at-tathiru biha sab'u miyahin. The water that is allowed for taharah is 7 kinds. Ma'us sama'i, the first is sky water, ay an-nazilu minha, which comes down from the sky, wa huwa al-mataru, it means the rain. Wa ma'ul bahri ay al-milhi, the second is sea water or salt water. Wa ma'un nahri, and then river water or fresh water. Wa ma'ul bi'ri, and well water. Wa ma'ul aini, and the water from springs. Wa ma'u thalji, and the snow. Wa ma'ul barodi, and ice. Wa yajma'u hadhihi sab'ati qawluka, and the 7 kinds of water is concluded into a sentence. Ma nazala minas sama'i aw naba'a minal ardi ala ayyi sifatin kana min aslil khilqati. The water that is allowed for taharah is all water that comes down from the sky or comes up from the earth in any condition of its original form. ثم المياه تنقسم على 4 أقسام. And then water is also divided into 4 kinds. Ahaduha, one of them, tahirun fi nafsihi mutahhirun li ghairihi ghairu makruhin isti'maluhu. The first is the water that is pure itself and can purify others, and it's not makruh to be used. Wa huwa al-ma'ul mutlaqu. It is called ma'un mutlaq. What is ma'un mutlaq? An qayyidin lazimin. Ma'un mutlaq means it is free from any bonding identity. Fala yadurrul qayyidu al-munfakku kama il-bi'ri fi kaunihi mutlaqan. And the name or the identity does not change the absoluteness of the water. kama il-bi'ri fi kaunihi mutlaqan. For example, well water as ma'un mutlaq. Okay, for more explanation, well water, seawater, river water, and all 7 kinds of water, all of them are similar, as when we put them in a glass, for example, then their previous names change into just water, which can be used for THOHAROH as well. Wathani tahirun fi nafsihi mutahhirun li ghairihi makruhun isti'maluhu fil badani la fit thawbi. And the second types of water is the water that is pure itself and can purify others, but it is makruh to be used for THOHAROH fil badani la fit thawbi, to clean our body, and it's not makruh to clean our clothes. Wa huwa al-ma'ul mushammasu, it's called ma'un mushammas. What is ma'un mushammas? Ayil musakhwanu bi ta'thiri syamsi fihi. Ma'un mushammas is the water that is heated by the sun. Wa innama yukrahu syar'an bi qatrin harin fi ina'il muntaba'in, fi ina'in muntaba'in. Ma'un mushammas is makruh to be used to purify if it's in a hot area and it's placed in a metal container. Illa ina'an naqdaini li safa'i jawharihima, except gold or silver container because of their purity. Okay, for further information, the water that is placed in a gold or silver container is haram to be used either for drinking or THOHAROH. Wa idza barada zalatil karahatu. If the water has been cooled, so using it is not makruh anymore. Wa ikhtarun nawawiyu adamal karahati mutlaqan. Imam Nawawi chose the opinion that ma'un mushammas is not makruh at all. Wa yukrahu aidan syadidus suhunati wal burudati. It's also makruh to use water that is too hot or too cold. Wal qismu thalithu, and the third type, tahirun fi nafsihi ghayru mutahhirin li ghairihi, is the water that is pure itself but cannot purify others. Wa huwa al-ma'ul musta'malu, it's called ma'un musta'mal. Fi raf'i hadathin aw izalati najsin, which means the water has been used to remove hadath or najis. Illam yataghayyar wa lam yazid waznuhu ba'da infisalihi. The rule is the water does not change and it's not added after separated from the washed object. أما كان بعد اعتبار ما يتشربه المغسول من الماء. By estimating the water that is absorbed by the washed object. Okay, for example, if we wash a cloth by a liter water, and then the remaining water is only 950 milliliter, which means the 50 milliliter water was absorbed by the cloth. So 950 milliliter water is ma'un musta'mal. Wal mutawayyiru ay wa min hadzal qismi al ma'ul mutawayyiru ahada awsafihi. And ma'un mutawayyir, ma'un mutawayyir is included in the third type of water included in ma'un musta'mal. What is ma'un mutawayyir? Ma'un mutawayyir means one of the water character changes because of bima ay bishay'in khalatahu min at-tahirati, because of something that is pure, is poured or mixed into the water. Taghayyiran yamna'u itlaqo ismil ma'i alayhi, and then the name of the water changes as well. Fa'innahu tahirun ghayru tahurin, so the water is still pure but cannot purify others. Hissiyan kana at-taghayyuru aw taqdiriyan, ka'ani khatalata bil ma'i ma yuwafiquhu fi sifatihi. Either the change is visible or not, just like the water that is mixed with something that has similar character as water. Kama'il wardi al-munqati'i raihati, such as rose water which has lost its fragrance. Wal ma'il musta'mali, and it also happened if the water is mixed with ma'un musta'mal. Okay, the explanation of this part is, if we put a pure thing into pure water, then the character of the water changes, such as its taste or its color. For example, we put sugar, fruit juice or tea into the water, so the name is not just water anymore, right? It becomes sugar water or juice or tea and etc. So they are still pure but cannot purify, which means we can drink them but we cannot use them for THOHAROH or removing najis. And it's also happened when we mix pure water with ma'un musta'mal. So the mixture water is pure but cannot purify others. Fa'il lam yamna' itlaqo ismil ma'i alayhi. Besides, if the name of the water does not change, bi-an kana taghayyuruhu bit-tahiri yasiran aw bima yuwafiqil ma'i fi sifatihi, because of it is mixed with a pure thing that is just a little or has similar character as water. Wa quddira mukhalifan wa lam yughayyirhu, or if the water is mixed with something that has different character with water and it does not change the water. فلا يسلب طهوريته فهو مطهر لغيره. So the water is still pure and can purify others. Perhaps it's a little bit complicated. I will simplify the explanation. There are three cases in this part. First, if we mix a little or a few things into pure water, for example, we put a teaspoon sugar into 10 liters water, so the water does not change the taste and its name is still water. The second case is if we mix water with rose water that already lost the fragrance, so the name becomes just water as well. Yeah. And the third case, if we mix, for example, gravel, stones, or woods into the water, which cannot change the water itself. So for all these cases, the water is still pure and can purify others. Okay. Next. وَإِخْتَارَ بِقَوْلِهِ خَلَطَهُ عَنِ الطَّاهِرِ الْمُجَاوِرِ لَهُ. The author excluded from this explanation if the water is mixed with something that cannot be dissolved. فَإِنَّهُ بَاقٍ عَلَى طَهُورِيَتِهِ. So the water is pure and can purify. وَلَوْ كَانَ التَّغَيُّرُ كَثِيرًا. Even though the character of the water changes very much. وَكَذَا الْمُتَغَيِّرُ بِمُخَالِطٍ لَا يَسْتَغْنِي الْمَاءُ عَنْهُ. And it also happens if the water changes because of something that cannot be separated from the water. قَطِينٍ وَتُحْلَبٍ, such as mud and mush. وَمَا فِي مَقَرِّهِ وَمَمَرِّهِ. And something where the water dwells or flows. وَالْمُتَغَيِّرُ بِطُولِ الْمُكْثِ فَإِنَّهُ طَهُورٌ. In addition, if the water changes because it does not move from its place for a long time, so the water is pure and can purify others. Alright, maybe that's the third type of water, and for the fourth type we will deliver it in the next video. Alright, thank you for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.